Hello YouTube, Mewtwo here again with another package and pickups video. This time I thought I'd do something a little more modern and focus on the Nintendo 3DS, which I actually picked this up a couple of months back, but given that there's been a lot of interest in it since the price cut and they've just launched the download ambassador pack games or whatever they're calling it, I figured I'd throw up a video showing it. Anyway, I decided to pick up the Aqua Blue model, and when I actually got it in the shop, the first thing that struck me was, my God, this box is huge. I mean, it's a handheld. It's something that's going to be, in theory, something that I could just throw in my pocket. And compared to like the Nintendo, the Game Boy Advances, or even the older DS's, the box just seemed massive. But when you actually kind of go through the contents of the box, it has like the system, this charger stand set thing that I never used, the charger itself, the styluses, an SD card, and the AR cards. I suppose there is a fair bit. I was actually wondering when I first got the unit, where exactly is the SD card, because I went through all the little baggies and I couldn't find one. It's actually in the system. It's already pre-installed, so I'll probably never take it out. I'll just leave it in there as kind of internal memory, as it were. So I just turn it over, try and flick it open one-handed. As I said, I left most of the stuff in the baggies because, well, I don't really need them once you got the system. I mean, there was actually a fair wad of manuals. I'm sure if you're so interested, there's a lot to read through. And then, of course, there's that's where the unit was, and the charger, and then that's the little standy unit. If you I suppose always charge the DS at the same station, that would be useful, but as I don't, I tend to move the charger around wherever it's nearest me, such as right here right now, because I always find that the system's running out of juice. I charged it 2 days ago and went to turn it on to do this video, and sure enough it was dead again. That's the biggest issue I find with the system, is that it's always running out of power. But anyway, onto the system itself. I normally go for black, so I thought I would have gone for the black model, but I quite like the Aqua Blue, or I think that's what they call it. Check the box. Yep, Aqua Blue. Actually struck me more as green, but however. I mean, it's a fairly weighty unit, and you can tell, just like the original DS, this is definitely the kind of fat model, and there's going to be a light revision with a much better battery and, lighter, perhaps faster wireless, all that sort of stuff that Nintendo are so fond of doing. But anyhow and ever, you make those choices when you decide to pick up the first iteration of any hardware. So I've actually turned off the 3D because, well, obviously it'd probably look a bit funny on the camera. I picked the system up about it's probably 2 months ago now. I picked it up the day that Zelda came out, and a game at the time in Dublin were doing, you could pick up the system and one of game of your choice out of a range of 6 or 8. There was pretty much only about 6 or 8 games on the system at the time anyway, for €215. At the time the system was 260 to 280 in most retailers in Ireland, 260 to 280 euros it is. So I suppose one game we're offering it for 215 with a top tier game, the writing was probably on the wall for the system. Nintendo really had to do that price drop. I mean, now the system is about 170, I think, here. If I had paid the full price, I would have been really livid, even with the ambassador games, which I think you can just about see on the camera. Here we are: Mario, Metroid, Wrecking Crew, Zelda, Mario and Yoshi, NES Golf, DK Jr., Ice Climber, Zelda 2, and Balloon Fight. And because I actually got it when Zelda came out, I also got a Excite Bike. I haven't really played most of the stuff too much. And there's also the ambassador notification system. which is really just a glorified way of doing the street pass stuff. Because that's all it does. It's like, here's your cert, and you can now receive news about ambassador events. Okay. I haven't played the games too much, but I was surprised that, you know, I knew they were going to be somewhat bare bones, no manuals and whatnot, but even when you click between the virtual console games, they don't have individual music cues or anything. I played Mario first, but I wasn't really gone with the controls. You can't reconfigure the buttons, and I don't like the layout for you have to hold B to run and A to jump. I found it very hard on the diamond shape. Surprisingly, the game I played the most so far has been NES Open Golf. Not the best golf game by any means, but I kind of found myself returning to it. It's probably early days to really give a fair evaluation of the system and where it's going to go. I mean, I was happy just to get it and play Zelda. Portable Ocarina of Time was enough for me. So, with that in mind, let's move on to the games. So the games I got so far are Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition. That's actually the game I got as part of my my game bundle deal thingy. I haven't really played too much. I do keep intending to give it another proper go, because it looks like a fairly good port off the game. All the Club Nintendo hoot-em-a-bob stuff in there. Haven't really dug into it yet. I tend to hold off on adding on my star catalog stuff because it all expires. And what's worse now is they don't really ship most physical products from the Nintendo catalog to Ireland. They used to, but they stopped this year. So basically, I got thousands of stars that I can do very little with, except for maybe get some Nintendo points. I'm hoping they'll do eShop points so I can get some more, you know, stuff for the 3DS. So that's Super Street Fighter, and then we have Ocarina of Time. Now I have the pre-order box, which is the gold box, and then the original box that the actual retail release came in. Now I was really pleased with the 3DS port. I mean, the graphics are slightly tidied up. It really still has that N64 feel. Some people say it's not really up-res that much. I think it might be a little more up-res than people are really appreciating, because the N64 one, I mean, the textures are very low def, and the 3DS one definitely has a nice polished feel to it. I didn't really, you know, play with the 3D on or the motion control too much, so, you know, I just don't, I can't actually, I wear glasses, so I find it very hard to see 3D a lot of the time, so I tended to just turn it back off into 2D mode. Kind of makes you wonder about the purpose of getting a 3D system, but whatever. I did find though that, and I didn't realise this until I got it home and cracked open the plastic, that the paper had been damaged, the insert. Now, as a new product, that really just should not be the case, and it's because of these new eco boxes. There's so much holes in them that it's fairly easy to press through and damage them. There's very little structural, stability. And I'd imagine moving forward, these are going to become a bloody nightmare for collectors who want stuff in pristine condition. When you look at games, you know, boxes on, say, the Mega Drive and the Master System, and they get damaged over time, but they're very strong boxes, and you see the kind of crap that people put them through. So I mean, these boxes are going to get damaged. And then we have the 3DS pre-order bundle thing. Obviously, being gold, I prefer this one, so I put everything into it. I even like the fact that they have the rupees inside. It just takes the blandness away. And let's see, what do we have here? We have the software, which I found very odd. It kind of folds out like a map. It's not like an ordinary. It's not like an ordinary manual. And then we have more stars catalog. Oop, there's my number. Well, it's already used. Here's my receipt. And then this is the pre-order poster. I might take a shot of that in a minute. And that's the folder mostly folded out. As you can see, it's the artwork for the standard cover. It's a really nice artwork. I really like that. It kind of captures the whole feel of Hyrule in Ocarina of Time. You can see there's Lon Lon Ranch and Dent Mountain in the distance, and very nicely done. But it's double sided as well. So you have that's an original artwork for the game from the N64 release, Ganon versus Link. Yeah, it was a cool pre-order to get the gold box and the double-sided poster. I think all Zelda games really should come in a double-sided or in the gold box. Well, all Zelda games should come with a double-sided poster too, for that matter. Picking up the package side, I got this in from Nintendo, from the Stars catalog, because I pre-ordered the day it was released. My details. I got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D soundtrack. There was a huge mix-up in getting this, and actually there's even a mix-up in the disc. It's still sealed, I haven't opened it, but you can see the front cover here, and it's upside down then there, so I'm guessing it was putting it upside down when they went through the factory. But yeah, there was a huge mix-up getting this delivered from the Stars catalogue, because they wouldn't accept an Irish delivery address, even though it was open to Irish Club Nintendo members as well. And even then, the people who put in their Stars catalogue number the day it was launched, it wasn't properly registered in the system, so it actually took weeks to get it solved and shipped out. But it's a nice item to have. I don't know if I'll keep it sealed or if I'll open it, because of course I've heard most of the music before, and it might be worth just leaving it as it is. And then finally, just to kind of to balance the dark side and the light side, some Sega goodness. I've been looking for Sega Rally for the PS3 for ages, and I seen my local video shop Extravision were doing this kind of buy two get a third one free, and Sega Rally was a fiver. So I went looking through, seeing if I could find something to go with it, but in the end I couldn't. So I just said, well, at a fiver, sure, I'll pick it up and give it a go. I find it very hard. I mean, much harder than the original Sega Rally. It's actually in this system at the moment, so there's nothing to show inside. But anyway, that's that. I don't know if I'll really do too many comments on modern stuff, or if I'll talk about the 3DS in future. Possibly, whenever some of the big hit titles like Mario Land and Mario Kart come out, I'll probably do pickups for those too. But next time it'll be retro with some Master System goodness for sure.